Anthony Oliver. First off, you should never trust a dude with two first names. That's some helpful advice from the Chud Report. Now look, if you haven't heard this song yet, that's good. I wouldn't. You're not missing anything. I'll give you a list of legitimate country and bluegrass singers who deal with these same themes in a much more realistic manner. Not this manufactured. Big Red here starts the song in a very based way. The first lyrics are, I've been selling my soul working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. So your first impression is, Big Boy knows who's exploiting his labor, right? It's the guy giving him the bullshit pay for his overtime. Alright, I could get into this. A little working man blues. But here's one of the next lines. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and 300 pounds, taxes ought not pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all the damn country does is keep kicking them down. So it's no longer his greedy boss who's not paying him what he deserves, but now it's short fat people. Short fat people on welfare, I guess, I have to imagine. What a jump! He goes from my boss is exploiting my labor to short fat people on welfare are the reason I'm not making what I'm worth. And then I guess for good measure he throws the troops dying in there. The troops are dying! The troops are dying! So 5'2" fat people can eat caramel. You see what I'm saying? Kinda goes off the rails a bit. Feels like it has an agenda. An agenda a little bigger than a good old boy singing a country song. One of the follow-up lines is, I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Dank alliteration, bro. But I have to wonder, if you're talking about politicians hanging out with minors on an island, right? It's gotta be this guy. Old Donald Trump. Old Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Because, I mean, Jeffrey Epstein is the only guy I know who had a kid island, and no pictures of Hunter Biden or Joe Biden with this guy, so, okay. The reason I made this video is because this is a genre I love, right? I come from a small coal mining town. I've listened to country music my whole life. I love the old guys. I love the new guys. I love Waylon Jennings. He might be my favorite. I love George Jones. I love Johnny Cash. I like the new guys, you know? I love Sturgill Simpson. I love the drive-by truckers. I like Tyler Childers. I love Cody Jinks. So when I hear a song in this genre that kind of sounds like these guys, it's kind of dipping into a different kind of country music, and it starts off by saying how you're being exploited as a working man by the ruling class, and then it takes this dramatic right turn of simping and licking boots. He even slips taxes in there, right? Because your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end because of Richmond, north of Richmond. You see, there he is again. A play on words. This dude, this Big Red in the woods is just too clever. But listen to me, Anthony Oliver, or Oliver Anthony, or Olive Garden, or whatever your name is. The boss who's exploiting you, who's not paying you for your overtime that you cried about in literally the first line of your song, I guarantee if this was a real person, he would be paying a less tax rate than you, right? But you're still mad at, like, the fudge-eating short fat people. Okay. I mean, if you're a regular on this channel, you immediately pick up halfway through the song that it's propaganda, right? But what's striking is it's so overt and it's so in-your-face propaganda that even the chuds picked up on it. This guy, the MAGA Hulk, I don't know who this is. There's too many of them. They're like cockroaches. But he claims to be an attorney, right? And just trying to find this tweet from him took forever because the dude tweets like 2 or 3 times every 5 minutes. So I'd hate to be one of his clients if he is in fact an attorney, which he probably isn't. Hey, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? We going over my briefs? You know, I'm on trial for murder. Hold on. I'm owning a lib. We'll get back to your case in a minute. But this MAGA Hulk, he breaks down how this Jason Howerton, who's a Don Bongino guy, how this Jason Howerton, with a concerted effort from the right, and by paying conservative influencers to lose their shit over Oliver Anthony or Anthony Oliver, whatever his name is. The right manufactured this, and this Jason Howerton was behind it. And this guy LARPing as an attorney had enough time online to sit and figure it all out. And then Don Bongino, being the big brain he is, got triggered by this tweet and then confirmed it all. Said, yeah, this Jason Howerton works for me. I sent him down there to manufacture all this. But it's still organic. It's still completely organic. And I mean, from there, it's history. The right got their paychecks, so they started tweeting out everything. Everything from, he's turning down $8 million. He's turned down $8 million to sing about short, fat people. You know, I think someone else, oh, he's bringing Democrats and Republicans together. He's a uniter. Oh my God. This is what country music's supposed to be. I mean, thanks, MAGA Hall. I feel bad for your clients, if you have any. But thank you for calling out the other turds you see while you're down there in the bowl. And as far as Dan Bongino and his Nazi coffee or whatever his latest ruse is, I can't even see his tweets anymore because the dude's such a snowflake. I think he's had me blocked almost as long as Eric Trump. Fat, short people are the reason your boss is screwing you over. And I guess the reason the troops are dead. I mean, are you guys starting to realize how a reality TV star who went bankrupt 4 times and tried to attempt a coup could be the savior to a group of people that unironically listen to this song and are like, yeah, this guy makes a lot of good points. I'll tell you what. And if you want to get to know Anthony Oliver just a little bit better, you'll never guess who he blames for 9/11. Take one wild guess, a guy whose audience is these people. Take one wild guess who did 9/11. Big Red, such a cliche. Of course, it was the Jews. Maybe he'll write a song about it. Maybe he'll write a song about the Jews being the reason his boss doesn't pay him for overtime next. And I think I put this together because it reminds me of an episode I filmed a couple weeks ago, right? About my hometown. And about the coal miners there. And how they have no unions anymore. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, they were all union. Now there's no unions. And you know who they're complaining about? They're complaining about Hunter Biden. I'm getting screwed over on overtime because of Hunter Biden's laptop. Hey, Anthony Oliver, that's 2 more songs I've given you. Write this shit down. The Republicans have been pushing this tactic to make synthetic culture for a while now. You guys remember when Don Jr.'s book shot to #1? And then we realized the RNC bought 300,000 advance copies just so that would happen? And I'm sorry if you're the one guy out there who bought Coke Jr.'s book thinking he's the next Hemingway. Then just last month, Republicans were toting The Sound of Freedom and its success. It's gonna be Barbie and Oppenheimer. You watch. The star of The Sound of Freedom, John Stockton lookalike John Caviezel or whatever. I don't know. I think both him and John Stockton will get along. They're both kind of cuckoo. He went on Stinky Steve's podcast. Steve Bannon, RFK's campaign manager. He went on the podcast to talk about baby blood.
100%. I believe. Okay, so the agents that I've spoken to. All right, here's the deal. It's for a barrel of oil, $77. For a barrel of body parts and what's going to be adrenochrome, all the plumes that are in the woman's mother's wombs, that goes into a plastic barrel. And that's $77,000. Now that gets sent into these biolabs.
Barrel oil.
In addition to one of the producers of this movie being charged with kidnapping a kid, the Mormons and Catholic Church decided to buy everybody tickets. Everybody in America. It's a real head scratcher why those 2 institutions, the Mormon Church and the Catholic Church, would buy everybody tickets to go watch these molesters over there. Look over there. They're molesting. No, keep walking. Further away from us. Yes, focus on them. Focus on those molesters. Not us. We bought you the tickets. Don't look over here. At the end of the day, the Republican Party has won the popular vote one time in the last 30 years. And yet they use the Supreme Court to force minority beliefs, minority rule on this country. They flood their media networks with conspiracies, straight up lies, and then they turn around and they cry about a mainstream media. And now we have this. Republicans are trying to create synthetic culture. Synthetic culture that steers you away from the ruling class, from the billionaires who are screwing you over every single day of your life. At the first episode, I said I'd tell you guys some country artists that aren't exploitative of these issues, that aren't like Olive Garden here. So I'll go ahead and put that playlist in the description below. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, the Chud Report. Watch out for those short, fat people. They'll get you.
But I was given good data on this, and now I realize, well, wait a minute, maybe Putin was defending himself.